Many years ago in England, a lady named Helen Steiner wrote a poem. 2 years ago I read it here. I kind of barged in and crowded the preacher into letting me read it, and he graciously allowed. But this poem tells the story of what it means to be a Christian. It happened one day at the year's white end. 2 neighbors called on an old-time friend, and they found his shop so meager and mean, made gay with 1,000 boughs of green. And Conrad was sitting with face of shine when suddenly he stopped as he stitched a twine, and he said, "Old friend, at dawn today, when the cock was crowing the crowing the night away, the Lord appeared in a dream to me and said, 'I'm coming, your guest to be.' So I've been busy with feet astir, strewing my shop with branches of fir. The table is spread and the kettle is shining, over the rafters the holly is flying. And now I will wait for my Lord to appear, and listen closely so I will hear his step as he nears my humble place. And I open the door and look in his face." So his friends went home and left Conrad alone. For this was the happiest day he had known. For long since his family had passed, and Conrad had spent a sad Christmas day. But he knew, with his Lord as his Christmas guest, this Christmas would be the dearest and best. And he listened only with joy in his heart, and with every sound he would rise with a start and look for the Lord to be standing there in answer to his earnest prayer. So he ran to the window after hearing a sound, but all that he saw on the snow-covered ground was a shabby beggar whose shoes were torn, and all of his clothes were ragged and worn. So Conrad was touched and went to the door, and he said, "Your feet must be frozen and sore, and I have some shoes in my shop for you, and a coat that will keep you warmer too." So with grateful heart the man went away, but as Conrad noticed the man at the time of day, and he wondered what made his dear Lord so late, and how much longer he'd have to wait, when he heard a knock. He ran to the door, but it was only a stranger once more. A bent old woman with a shawl of black, a bundle of firewood piled on her back. She asked only for a place to rest, but that was reserved for Conrad's great guest. But her voice seemed to plead, "Don't send me away. Let me rest for a while on Christmas Day." So Conrad brewed her a steaming cup and told her to sit at the table and sup. But after she left, he was filled with dismay, for he saw that the hours were passing away, and the Lord had not come as he said he would, and Conrad felt sure he had misunderstood. Out of the stillness, he heard a cry. "Please help me and tell me, where am I?" He stood disappointed as twice before. It was only a child who had wandered away and was lost from her family on Christmas Day. Again, Conrad's heart was heavy and sad, but he knew he should make this little girl glad. So he called her in and wiped her tears and quieted all her childish fears. Then he led her back to her home once more. But as he entered his darkened door, he knew that the Lord was not coming today, for the hours of Christmas had passed away. So he went to his room and knelt down to pray, and he said, "Dear Lord, why did you delay? What kept you from coming to call on me? For I wanted so much your face to see." When soft in the silence a voice he heard, "Lift up your head, for I kept my word." 3 times my shadow crossed your floor. 3 times I came to your lonely door. For I was a beggar with bruised, cold feet, and I was the woman you gave to eat, and I was the child on the homeless street.